It was a peaceful afternoon on the wide open meadow where the sunlight poured down like warm honey over waves of bright green grass. The air shimmered softly, filled with the lazy hum of dragonflies and the distant call of meadowlarks. A mother buffalo stood in the middle of this calm paradise, her dark hide gleaming under the sun, her tail swishing gently to brush away the flies. Beside her, her small calf hopped around playfully, bumping against her legs and letting out tiny squeaks of joy. Everything felt perfect, like nature had frozen time just to enjoy its own beauty. The wind carried the scent of wet soil from the nearby swamp, mingling with the sweetness of wildflowers. The mother buffalo lowered her head to graze, tearing chunks of soft grass with her tongue, unaware that beneath the still surface of the swamp, something monstrous was awakening. At first it was only a ripple, a faint movement in the muddy water that could easily have been mistaken for a frog or a drifting stick. But then, slowly, the surface began to tremble, bubbles rising and popping as if the swamp itself was breathing. From the depths of the murky brown water, a dark shape began to stir, a colossal leech, its slick body glistening like oil, twisting and coiling as it sensed life nearby. Its hunger had grown unbearable, and the warm pulse of the buffalo's blood drew it closer. Without warning, the surface erupted. A wet splash broke the silence as the giant leech lunged forward, sliding across the muddy ground with terrifying speed. The mother buffalo jerked her head up, startled, but before she could move, the creature latched onto her hind leg with a horrible suction sound. The pain was immediate and unbearable. The buffalo bellowed, her powerful body shuddering as she tried to shake it off, but the leech's grip was unrelenting. Its slimy mouth sank deeper, pulling her blood, draining her strength. Her calf stepped back in confusion, bleeding desperately, nudging its mother's neck as if trying to wake her from a nightmare. The buffalo stumbled, her legs wobbling beneath her, and then she collapsed onto the grass, her massive chest heaving. The meadow that had been filled with peace moments ago was now echoing with cries of distress. Standing not far away, a young American cowherd woman froze in shock. She had been checking the fences and watching over the herd when she saw the horrifying sight. For a few seconds she couldn't believe her eyes. She had heard of strange swamp creatures, but nothing like this. Her heart pounded as she dropped her feed bucket and ran closer, waving her arms helplessly, shouting in panic. "Hey! Get off her! Oh my God!" But the creature didn't move. The buffalo's eyes rolled weakly, her breaths becoming shallower. The woman's hands shook as she grabbed her radio from her belt and pressed the emergency button. "Base, this is Station 3. I have an emergency, big one. There's an animal attack, a buffalo's down, something from the swamp, please,